It's Thirsty Thursday, chat. What's the word? In today's video, we're going to be talking about a specific narrative that's starting to heat up in the crypto space. We want to make sure that everyone's portfolio is built and ready to perform at the highest level. My name is Crypto Millie, and every day I talk about crypto. So if you like these type of videos, make sure you stick in. We're going to be talking about the narrative that's starting to pop off in crypto, why I believe you should have a specific allocation to this narrative, and some of my favorite plays within this specific narrative. So stick around. Also consider the Discord, consider the Patreon. If you want to be part of the top research group in the space, consider our J5 Council when we do research in real time. Other than that, let's sit back and enjoy the gains. There was a lot of fun the last few days after we had the correction, but now it seems like cryptocurrencies are back, right? Altcoins specifically are back. And one narrative that's starting to pop off here is the gaming narrative. Now you can see there are a lot of cryptocurrency projects that's doing pretty good in the gaming narrative. I'll be talking about the ones that have my interest and why they have my interest. But I really do feel like, you know, the narrative that's going to do the best in this parabolic phase of the cycle is AI, meme coins, and GameFi, right? You can get away with maybe a few RWAs or DeepIn projects, but for the most part, AI, memes, and GameFi. Let me know in the comments what your favorite gaming tokens are. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the ones that I personally hold and some of the ones that I think that have potential. All right. One thing that kind of has been, you know, piquing my interest is Sui and base chain, right? So I've been doing a lot of research because I feel like, in my opinion, right, I got a lot of cryptocurrency coins and a lot of those utility tokens sit on ETH, but you can see the top net flows on ETH are the worst. The best are Base, Solana, and Sui. So we got to ask ourselves, is now the time to be having Base coins, Sui coins? I know y'all got Solana coins. I ain't even gonna say that. I got Solana coins, but I don't have much Sui coins besides a couple, and I don't have much Base tokens, maybe 3 or 4, right? But this is getting the most attention as far as liquidity and net flows, right? So even though we'll be talking about most of the gaming tokens that lie on ETH, I think that there's a world where we should start paying attention to things that will be built on Base. We know Coinbase at some point is going to promote and market Base, right? And a lot of those projects that actually have real utility and real use case will do good on Base. But now we're starting to see everybody and their mama talk about Sui, right? Which tells me that Sui could potentially be next up. Former Facebook Meta team built Sui. It's ran on Move technology, and I just feel like the liquidity, you know, if I just go here to Sui, you can see that the you know, from 3 months ago when I checked this, a lot of these tokens here have went parabolic. Cetus, for example, bro. Cetus is now sitting at a $430 million market cap, right? I think back in the day, somebody had told me like, oh, Cetus, man, Cetus has went crazy, bro. Like Cetus has went crazy, bro. Let's just go to the daily. As you can see here, Cetus has went absolutely parabolic. It's now a $430 million market. That is crazy, right? So everything on Sui right now is doing well, and maybe you start paying attention to some of the gaming projects that's being built on Sui or Base, or some of the utility tokens that are being built on Sui or Base. Just keep that in mind, right? Because you want to make sure that if you do have a diverse portfolio, you have a little bit of everything on the chains that are also the hottest, because there's money to be made throughout cryptocurrency. But don't chase any of these narratives, guys. Don't chase these narratives. Don't sell tokens. If you have extra money on your side and you want to be a part of the narrative when it's hot, if you already are in the narrative, you'll most likely make a lot of money, because more times than not, when it reaches YouTube and crypto, Twitter, in some cases, you're late, right? But that's neither here nor there. The thing about it is, everything is going to pump, and the things that are going to pump the hardest are the projects and the ecosystems that have the most attention, right? Crypto is attention based, right? So with that being said, let's get into some of the crypto gaming tokens that I like as the Bitcoin dominance capitulates, we're going to start see even stronger moves from altcoins. And I'm ready. I'm ready. So the first project that I've taken interest in, I actually posted this in the Patreon maybe 2-3 weeks ago, was Karrat. Karrat is now sitting at a $92 million market cap. It's still at the same part where I posted it, but this is the weekly chart, and it's a good chance if we see gaming heat up that this head and shoulders pattern will confirm, and this thing is going to explode to the upside, right? So the thing that I like about Karrat is not only does it have a pretty big game called My Pet Hooligan, but they now have their own specific chain, similar to what we've seen in the early days of the GALA pump, right? Why did GALA pump? Because GALA had its own chain, its own ecosystem, and people were just big on projects that have a platform opposed to just investing in one game. So now, which they have a pretty successful game, My Pet Hooligan, they have an entire chain, they have an entire ecosystem and studio. So this project, in my opinion, is very, very undervalued. A lot of gaming influencers are already talking about it. It's only a $92 million market cap. And if we swing here to Coin Gecko and also Coin Market Cap and swing to the markets, you can see it is listed on some of the top exchanges. It's listed on Coinbase. It's listed on crypto.com. So you got that on-ramp avenue here by it being listed on some of the top exchanges, but it does not yet have a Binance listing. So at some point you'll see something like this get listed on Binance. Again, with these gaming tokens, you want to pay attention to the unlocks. You can see that the FDV is 572 million. So do your research on the unlocks. I still think that there's a lot of growth with this project, but it's not something that I'll be holding multiple cycles because of the high FDV. Compete is also another good one that, I mean, like, they are building a game on ETH and Base. You can see they have a Base liquidity pool and Ethereum liquidity pool. So you can also buy this on Base, but this is sitting at tens of the market cap. I mean, like, what? Was like 16 times, 4 times less the market cap, maybe 3 or 4 times less the market cap and FDV of Karrat. Now this is not an entire, I'm not sure if it actually, I think they actually may have an entire studio, but they only have one game right now, which is Compete Token. But this is another one that I've been talking about for a while. It's sitting here at a $16 million market cap. So it's another project that's not listed on many of the tier 1 exchanges, yet has influencer hype, has a working game. You can see that they've incorporated different meme coins here, incorporating the weirdo meme coin on Base, just integrating these meme coins, bringing in females now into crypto gaming, similar to what we've seen from Warzone, Call of Duty, and Fortnite. And they have pretty big influencers that also play this game as well. So this is a battle royale game. I think it's going to be huge. I think it's undervalued here, sitting at a $16 million market cap. Another game that I personally hold here is Tropica. Now this project has been shielded by Alex Becker. It's actually a scarcity token with 2.4 million circulating supply and 3.5 total, with a 68 million FDV and a $48 million market cap. Again, a very, very bullish weekly chart. It looks like it wants to start the new uptrend. 2 wick candles here at the 618, but still growing strength and not enough selling pressure. You could tell by the selling volume to actually break down the price past the 786. I'm extremely bullish on this project. It has some of the top influencers behind it, and it has very, very, very limited supply, which makes this a scarcity token. I truly believe this project will be the illuvium of this cycle. I'm saying it now. I personally hold this project. This will be the illuvium of the cycle. I won't be surprised if this hits, what, maybe $50, $100, or even higher. Illuvium went to like 2,100, and this thing, I think, like, has similar supply control here as the Illuvium token. Actually, let's check it out. Let's check out Illuvium and see how much the supply is. So Illuvium is currently sitting at $59, with a $300 million market cap sitting at about $60, and it has more supply than Tropica. Illuvium was able to reach like almost $2,000 per token last cycle, and it's sitting at 60 bucks now. This has less tokens than Illuvium, and it's sitting at 19 bucks. This is the ultimate steal. They also get a lot of hype because what they're doing is they're incorporating influencers into the game. So they're making influencer avatars, which will pump people to talk about the token and shield the token, right? The more influencer avatars they have, the more influencers are just organically talk about the token. You can see this is Crypto God John here. This is Immutable X. This is Alex Becker's avatar, and they have multiple partnerships and things like that. And, you know, shilling other projects is only going to bring more hype. So I'm excited for the release of this. I think that this project could be huge. And yes, I've talked about Super and things like that, but those projects have high market caps. I want people to at least make a good bit of liquidity just based off potential. But yes, if you're a person that's just focusing on blue chips, Superverse, Beam, AVAX, those are all good projects. I don't want anybody to get deterred from what I'm saying. The next project that I would bet on, if you're going to bet on Super, a great beta play in my opinion, another scarcity token here would be Bytes, which is a entire community, a base community, sponsored here, developed here by Alex Becker himself. So my thinking here is, if you're going to buy Elliott Trades token, and Elliott Trades and Alex Becker work together on games and gaming projects and founding projects and things like that, it only makes sense to bet on the beta play here, which would be Alex Becker's token, which is Neo Tokyo. And the same could be said about how the ecosystem is built to pull all of the gaming tokens together that Superverse is doing. They're doing the same thing over here with Neo Tokyo in a different manner, right? They're not like doing it the same as Superverse, but they're pretty much bringing all of the gaming tokens together, the gaming communities together. So this tells me, right, once these games start pumping and Alex Becker starts doing his shilling and stuff like that, it's a good chance that the same investors will also invest into Neo Tokyo. And it's why I'm betting on this thing sitting here at a 24 million FDV, 24 million market cap, 56 million FDV, only 4 million in supply, guys. This is $12 a token. I know y'all like to buy tokens that's less than a penny, but focus on the market caps here. This has huge potential. If you're betting on Super being this hit, it makes no sense for them all to just like, pump Super and not pump Alex Becker's token here, Bytes. It's a great beta play. Of course, none of this is financial advice. I personally hold this token and been holding this token for a while, right? This is a scarcity gaming token, very similar to Moon Tropica. And I like what they're doing with bringing all the gaming communities together, right? So do your research, guys. Do your research. Next project I want to talk about here is Wilder Worlds. Now, I don't have a metaverse play, but when I get some extra liquidity, I want to at least have one metaverse play. This chart is looking sexy as hell. It's about to break out. It's sitting at a $336 million market cap. I'm not saying it has 50x or 100x potential. That's not what I'm saying. But this is good, in my opinion, 10x, 15x, if the metaverse hype comes back, right? People are calling this the #1 metaverse token in the space. So it's moved away from just being a gaming token. Right now, it's a whole immersive world. And now you can see that they're calling this the official metaverse token here. So this game has always been beautiful from a visual standpoint, by the way, right? We've talked about this before in the past. It's always been beautiful from a visual standpoint. So very, very hype on Wilder Worlds. And this actually being an immersed universe and becoming the #1 metaverse play. So some people are going to add metaverse bags when gaming's pump. At some point, the metaverse narrative will pump. This is the #1 metaverse play in crypto right now, right? I also would pay attention to stuff like Off the Grid. They just implemented their first-person shooting aiming system. Not only that, they've upgraded the system itself, so it's not going to be as laggy. But the first person, I don't really like third person shooting games, right? But I like what Off the Grid is doing, incorporate. This is my type of speed. I'm a Call of Duty guy, so when I see Fortnite bringing in first person shooter, and now Off the Grid this is what's going to bring people into the battle royale. People like first person shooter battle royales, right? So Off the Grid, when their token drops, what I would do is follow the Twitter page, make sure you got the notification bell on, and just wait for the token to drop, right? Wait for it to dump off, and then find your position like we did with Peak Protocol, right? Peak Network. So yeah, guys, I think Off the Grid is going to be a banger. I think it's going to bring a lot of masses to cryptocurrency, and soon they'll be dropping their token. So be looking out for that. Be looking out for that, right? The next project I want to talk about here is Neuro AI, guys. Now, we've been talking about this for a while. I think that this is going to hit anywhere between a $1 billion and $10 billion evaluation. This falls under the AI in gaming narrative. It allows you to make in-game assets, 3D assets, utilizing BitTensor's technology from from a prompt, one click of a button. So makes indie developing way more efficient, way more cost efficient. And this project is also being shielded by top influencers, right? We got into this thing extremely early. It has one of the best charts in crypto. I always say wait for pullback, but it's every time it puts in that pattern where it looks like it wants to pull back, a huge green candle comes on the weekly. So if we continue to have bullish momentum in the altcoin area, you'll start to see the altcoin crypto gaming search go up, right? And crypto gaming is the one narrative outside of AI that truly makes sense with the collaboration and integration of crypto. So just keep that in mind, right? I'm a big fan of Neuro. It's an AI crypto, a hybrid gaming narrative token, and it's going to pick up a lot of liquidity. A lot of people have eyes on this. I would wait for a pullback, but I think that this does well. Last but not least, OG Miria. Big fan of Miria. Not a big fan of the tokenomics, but because of the hype and the fact that this is an entire ecosystem and platform, a layer 2 for gaming, it's a good chance that this does do well. Like I said, you have, I think Alex Vector talked about Miria as well, but you also have the big influencers talking about this game. And this is an OG. Like, we made bags back in phase 1, took profits at the top. And I've been thinking about reloading the clip. Here with Miria. Like I said, not a big fan of the tokenomics, but I'm not worried about tokenomics in the bull run. I only worry about tokenomics in the bear market, right? Am I going to get dumped on in the bear market? No, I am taking profits before the bear market comes. I am working to front run VC and take profits when they take profits. But you can see it had a huge run up. It's corrected massively there, putting in a double bottom right on the trend line, a little bit above the 786 on the weekly, got bullish MACD. I think that this is a entire platform and ecosystem that could do well. And unlike Mora, because I like Mora games too. I've talked about Mora. I'm not all the way out on Mora games, but I don't see a lot of hype behind it, but the team continues to build, right? So I don't see as much hype on Mora. I think Mora has better tokenomics. It's sitting at a $3 million market cap, 4 million FDV. Just need more volume and more hype. So this is the thing, right? If you feel like, and you can see Mora and Miria's chart are almost identical. It's crazy. They're almost identical, right? This actually has games, right? Compared to Miria, where it's like you're trying to wonder like which games is actually going to be that game. Well, Mora actually has games. They're doing something in the mobile industry as well. And they're constantly developing and delivering as well. So this is one of the OGs. I really, really like Mora games. I really like Mora games. Guys, I could do gaming tokens for a while. So Mora is a very interesting one. I think Warp Games, because of the team experience, this is another one that a lot of people have been pretty much fading for a while, but it's just been performing quietly, right? Performing quietly. So this is one that I often go back and research just to see like how the chart is doing, how the market cap is doing. Not bad chart. FDV, you can see a lot of these tokens do have like dilution issues, but this is the thing, right? If you can find you that gaming token that has a fully diluted FDV, maybe those are the ones that do good this cycle. But Warp Games, just study Warp Games, go look at the team and some of the things that they're doing. But again, we're still waiting for an actual game, to be delivered. So that's another thing that I would pay attention, right? Look like they're doing something with Sui as well. So remember we was talking about Sui being a platform that people are starting to look into. I would look into do some research here on Warped Games. Last but not least, a sleeper. Haven't checked out in a while. would be Alea. This is another gaming project. 2 million guys. These are like really deep. Like the first part of the show. Okay, those are like got a couple blue chips. These are really degen, high risk, not listed on top tier exchanges. But if the team and the developers keep building, hey, at some point maybe they do pump because crypto gaming pumps, right? So this is another one where the team and the developer here consistently updates, building. The game looks so much better from just 3 to 6 months ago. Like the game, I remember where they didn't have half of the things that they have right now with Aleo. So yeah, you might look at it like it's lacking volume, whatever. But the team is building, and these are the projects that out of nowhere you look up, they're 20 million, 50 million. The team kept building, kept building. At some point, angel investors, whales, they attract maybe VC money, and they become a big gaming project. So Alea is one that I've been watching for the last 6 months. I will continue to monitor it. It's still not. You can see, still here at a $3 million market cap. But this is an example of a project that has a fully diluted, everything is in circulation. So this is a good, when this sends, it's really going to send, and you ain't got to worry about token unlocks and things like that, right? You ain't got to, of course, you want to make sure it's no bundles. But, and if you don't know what bundles are, just do your research. Maybe I'll do a video on bundles or something. But again, double bottom, all these gaming charts are looking like they're about to fucking explode. I'm just gonna be honest, right? The last few guys are super degen high risk. So if you don't want super degen high risk, stick to the ones that's over $100 million market cap. They're less volatile. But if you want the real rewards, they'll come in some of the micro caps. And I could go on and on. There's other gaming tokens. If I missed any, just let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, guys, and I'll do some research on those if I haven't already checked them out. But these are some of the ones that I'd either hold or got my eye on my watch list. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.